Hi everybody, this is Nancy from the Summer Weekday Batch. Just checking in to see what y'all are doing after last night's class. I have checked in again on the forum and I am not seeing any homework. It is 3:07 p.m. So I just went here. I assumed it's going to be where it always is. People in Tech action items given by instructors. I looked under QTP and I see a whole lot of nothing. This is just the old stuff for our homework 9. So until then, got up, did the usual morning routine, had my coffee, fed the cats, the kids, the husband, all that good stuff. And then I just started reviewing our current recording. I sent you a link because I put it on Dropbox and I emailed out a link to everybody on the group so you can go see it if you like. And I'm just kind of reviewing, and I figure when we do finally get our homework, it's going to have something to do with the stuff that we learned last night. So what I started doing is following along with what Jay was doing on the recording from last night, and I started building a script exactly according piece by piece to what he was doing. So the first thing he did was he taught us how to do the child objects. I think that's the second thing he did, but the first one was the web objects, and that's not what we're concentrating on. So every time he did something, I just did it as well. So he did the set O description, MIT class value, and he was teaching us how to find, using child object method, was to find all of the links on the page or find all of the web edits on the page, etc., and utilize that. So what I did is I started building it up according to what I was looking at on the screen and according to the notes that I took last night, and I just started adding it until I had everything that he had. And let's just run from the top because he did Edmunds.com, and then he did Amazon, and then he did eBay, looking for various things. He started with web edits and then he went to links, and then he had us do a message box to see how many we had. Then we had the global dictionary, which we were supposed to have made, and we have instructions I'll run through on that. And then we were going to get an object count of all of those items that match this description. So basically right now, the only thing that's not commented out is the link. So we wanted to get all the links on the page. So when we got all the links on the page, we're going to count them, 0 to whatever, -1 because index starts at 0. And then we're going to take that object J and get RO property. Then we're going to grab the inner text, and then we're going to print it, which is going to be in our little output frame. And then we're going to add it to our dictionary, our global dictionary. And then we're going to say, hey, I want to see what's in my global dictionary. I want to see all of the keys and all of the items, and I want you to print it out down here in our output pane. So that was actually quite a lot, and it's not easy to just run through and understand the first time, which is why I suggest you watch the video, as many times as you have time for. We have a little bit of advantage this week because on Tuesday, we didn't have a recording since we were just taking the test. So you only have 1 day's recording, 4 hours. You can break that down. 15 minutes while you're eating breakfast and half an hour while you're getting dressed. All this stuff. So that you can listen to that video and watch it again and again and again, so this stuff becomes imprinted on your brain. Sometimes learning comes before understanding. In other words, if you can memorize all this stuff and learn how to plug stuff in, if you do it enough times, eventually you understand why you were doing that. If you can understand first, that's awesome. So I put everything in here, and then I just ran it. Like I said, I built it bit by bit from literally taking last night's video and then stopping it and copying down what I saw and then building on that. And see, on eBay we have 508 links. That's our message box, and now it's running through the loop, getting each of those links and counting each of those links and grabbing the inner text, and is printing it on this output pane for me. Then it's also writing this information, J and X, J being the link and the inner text of the link, and X being the index, or vice versa, not sure. And as you see, as there are 500 of them, it takes a little bit of time. So it's loop, 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 very quickly. Not as quickly as I would like, obviously. Come on. Now it is moving on to printing everything from the Global Dictionary. So it's going to print the keys and the items, which is the inner text and the index value, or the index value and the inner text. Not sure. We'll see it in a minute. And basically, I just slavishly copied what I saw. You see my, thank you. We didn't really do much here. You see, I have my HP Unified Functional Testing thing only taking up half the page, and that is because I took my recording of Jay's class and put it over here, also half the page. So whenever he has something important on the page, like all this stuff, and he's talking too fast or typing too fast for me to keep up, I put the video on pause and then I type what I need to type. Okay, so here we go. We have the index, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. We have the index value of all of these eBay links. And remember, we start at 0, so there are actually 508 links on the page. And I showed this to my son. He was just like flabbergasted that there had so many links on the page. Here we go, working our way down. And this is from the when I told it to print what's in the Global Dictionary, and that is that thing that we were supposed to have created and put on our computer. So there's two parts to this little thing that we practiced. It's get me all the stuff and then write it to the dictionary and then show me what was written to the dictionary. So the dictionary said put the index value and the inner text. And so we got the inner text and then we wrote it to the Global Dictionary along with the index value. So these and these are going to be the same, but this doesn't have the index value. That's why you see the same stuff here. Lots of stuff. That's it. So I haven't really done anything here, but you know what's going to be fun is if he tells us, hey, your homework is to go to any website of your choice and find all the links on the page. Well, look, I've done most of the hard work here, right? So all I have to do, I can pick a website and I go to www.joesautoauctions.com, and then I have all this stuff already done here. So I'm ahead of the game as far as the homework is concerned. Now, the only thing you have to remember is the Global Dictionary. We're supposed to go to regedit. Let me see if I can remember this, because I think I have everything open. So you go to regedit, because if you don't have this Global Dictionary in there, then the Global Dictionary stuff will not work. So you go to regedit, and then you open it up, and you have this thing, Registry Editor. You go to HKey Current User, and you open that, because it's going to be closed like this. So you're going to open it just like that. Don't mess with the root. Okay, so you go to HKey Current User, you open that. Then you go to Software, and you click to open that. And then you go to Mercury Interactive, and you click to open that. Then you go to Quick Test Professional, then you open that. Then you go to MicTest, and you open that. We're getting there. Whee! And then under MicTest, you go to Reserved Objects. And at this point, you're not opening anything else. You're going to create. So what he wants you to do, I already have it here, but you will not unless you followed along with him when he showed us how to do it last week. So what you will do is when you open Reserve Objects, you're going to right-click on it, and then you are going to select New. And you are going to select Key. And then you're going to put Global Dictionary, which I am not going to do here because I already have it. See, I have Global Dictionary. So you're going to type in Global Dictionary. That's going to be your new key, right? Then you're going to right-click on Global Dictionary, and then you're going to click New, and then you're going to select String Value, and you're going to name it PROGID, which, as you see, I have already done. So I'm not going to do anything here. So after you have named it PROGID, I'm going to go back and delete this later. So you're going to name this PROGID, then you're going to right click on it, and then you're going to modify it, and then under the value data you're going to type in scripting.dictionary, okay? And I have already done that, so that's why I'm not going to do it again. I don't want to mess anything up. Then you are done. Now, the next thing he said was to type Global Dictionary dot, and if you did it correctly, then all this stuff would show up, showing that you currently do have that global dictionary in your hard drive. It did not work for me until I rebooted my computer, so you may have to go ahead and create that global dictionary, then reboot the computer, and then you can do that. Once you have created that global dictionary, that scripting dictionary inside global dictionary, then when you do global dictionary add JX, all this stuff will work. But if you do not currently have global dictionary in your computer, you will not be able to remove what's in there and then add stuff and then get it and print it out. So that's it. Like I said, I'm just waiting alongside with you to see if the homework comes up. We'll do one more quick look. People in tech, action items given by instructors, QTP. Still nothing. Alright, I guess I'm going to keep watching the video because I'm actually only about 42 minutes in, and I'm just taking my time and pausing it a lot and adding stuff to my script here in case I'm going to need it later, because, you know, got to be ready for ready. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to shoot me an email, nancy_shahada@outlook.com, and I will be sending you a link to let you know that this video is up. Other than that, I will see you after we get some homework. Bye.